Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Spiritual Education. Today, I would like to talk about a very important topic due to the uncertain and pretty frightening time that we're going through. It is not actually as scary as news represented to us. I would say it's more exciting time for human civilization and the planet itself. The planet Earth is in process of shifting its dimension to a higher realm, together with the beings that live on the planet if they match the frequency level. The information that I'm going to be sharing with you today is mostly coming from the book called Transcending the Levels of Consciousness, written by Dr. David Hawkins. And if you're on a spiritual path, I would highly recommend to read this book. So let's start with understanding what frequency or vibrational level is. It is simply an energy level measured in megahertz, indicating your state of consciousness. There were experiments made by Dr. Monroe on water that proves that water has a memory and you can affect it by using different words or emotions towards it. Also, there were studies made on plants with a biofeedback machine attached to it. And when a human being would think of cutting off the plant, it would show an extreme drop in frequency level, experiencing fear. That shows us that not only words, but even thoughts can affect the well-being of anything. So this is how Dr. Hawkins' scale of consciousness works. It goes from 1 indicating existence itself to 1000, which is the highest energy field possible in the human domain and reached by only the few throughout history who have traditionally been referred to as the great avatars, the founders of the world's great religions such as Jesus Christ, Buddha, or Krishna. Based on Dr. Hawkins' scale, the lowest emotional state that human being can go through is shame or misery, and it's on 20 megahertz. If you go below that, you're simply gonna die. Then goes guilt, which comes with blame, apathy, which is despair, grief or regret, fear and anxiety. On 125, we come to desire and craving. On 150, it comes to anger or hate. On 175, we come to pride and scorn. On 250, which I would assume most of the people are supposed to be at, is neutrality or trust. On 300, we have willingness and optimism. On 350, acceptance and forgiveness. 400, reason and understanding that comes with wisdom. 500, love and revelation. 550, it's joy and serenity. 600, peace and bliss. 700 to 1000, enlightenment, pure consciousness. Most people in this particular time on this particular planet are somewhere in between 100 and 200. So based on your emotions, you can identify where on the scale you are located. We can also see the scale of evolution of consciousness throughout the history of nature or the planet. Starting over 1300 million years ago, when the first bacteria and primitive organisms started to appear on the planet, which were existing on 1 megahertz frequency and raising its consciousness as the earth were evolving, reaching calibrated level of consciousness of 200 with the rise and dominance of man. Here are some examples from nature and how it was evolving through time. As I said, bacteria was 1 megahertz, insects 5, fish 20, reptiles and mammals 40, dinosaurs 60, whales and dolphins around 90, singing birds and doves are around 130, deer, domestic pig, and a cow is somewhere around 200, which is just like a regular human being. Elephants and monkeys 210, farm horses, cats, dogs, and parrots are 240, Gorilla and chimpanzee being around 300, which is more than average human being, just letting you know. Rose flower, essential oils, crystals, cat purr, and dog's wagging tail, which I found very interesting, have around 500 to 600 megahertz frequency level. For any living being, the lower your energy level goes, the closer you are to death. And if your vibrational level is very low, you're most likely to get sick. If we're around 100 to 200 megahertz frequency level, it is affecting our moods mostly. We can become angry, we can complain a lot, we can go through stress and anxiety, we can experience violence, bad sleep, we can argue a lot, etc. The higher you go on the scale, the more you are open, more loving, more harmonious, balanced, and joyful you become. Basically, raising your vibrations is going through the process of purification. In other words, having less and less resistance in your mind, body, and emotional state. In other words, it is acceptability to the source energy, allowing a life force to flow through you freely without any boundaries that you put up yourself by experiencing negative emotions. Low state of consciousness or low frequency or low vibrational level is basically limited perception. It is existence through ego personality, which has no flow of love or intuition whatsoever. You probably heard the term, this person is shining. This is because a high vibrational person starts to radiate lighter aura or astral body. Just because there is no more ego personality involved, there is simply just pure divine consciousness going through the mind and body of this individual. This person is feeling pure and unconditional love towards everything around him, raising the consciousness of anyone who is in contact with this person, being physically present in his field or emotionally involved in his thoughts. So basically, if enlightened person would think of you in a obviously positive manner, sending you prayers and good intentions, your consciousness is gonna raise. The same is happening if you are physically around this person, but it's not gonna affect anyone, because if your vibrational level is too low, you're just gonna hate on this enlightened person. You're not gonna see him as radiating light and being loving and kind. It's just gonna piss you off. So what does your frequency level depend on? It is directly depending on your emotions or your mood, meaning you can understand that you are in a higher frequency by simply feeling good. The only way to control our emotions is through thoughts. Our emotions is simply the way we think about things. And believe me, every single situation have two sides of it. It's either a great challenge that make you stronger, smarter, and more experienced, or it is a great failure just because you decided to see it that way. By narrowing your thoughts to mostly positive, in other words, being an optimist, your emotional state is getting fixed, allowing you to be in a high vibrational state, attracting more synchronicities which are aligned with the divine source of energy. To be an optimist, simply don't allow yourself to stay for too long in a negative thought pattern. You do it by creating a habit of constantly being aware of your thoughts. Keep notice and track to every single thought that you're experiencing. It is a habit that is going to change your life. And meditation is the best tool to help you with that. The fastest tool to fix your emotional state immediately is to have something, some place or some person in your mind that you can come back to whenever you feel down. Something that simply makes you feel good. Some memory that brings up positive emotions. something that can distract you from the slow vibrational state that you're in. When somebody is purposely trying to put you in a low vibrational state or feeling negative emotion, it is simply called energy vampirism. I can talk about it in another video if you're interested. This happens much more often than you can imagine. Mostly every one of us been in the state of energy vampirism. That happens when low vibrational person just doesn't know how to place himself on a higher frequency level, and due to the lack of energy, because this person is just wasting his own energy to the negative emotions, he starts draining it from other people. By the way, worrying and being overly empathetic to other people's suffering or misery will put you in the same vibrational state, which will not only will harm you, but will also not help this person to get better. The best thing you can do is to keep your personal vibrations high and support the person by still being an optimist. If you want to help someone go through a difficult time in their life, you have to first think if there is something you can do on a physical plane to resolve the issue. If there is nothing you can do in order to help them, you have to share your high vibrations, reflecting positivity and unconditional love, focusing on their well-being by providing and offering kind words. In every single moment of your life, no matter what you are going through, start to practice the attitude of gratitude or state of appreciation or positive focus. Just simply being grateful and thankful for whatever things you have. Either it's a sunshine, a breath of air, a good night's sleep, somebody's phone call, or even if it's a bad situation, just be grateful that you became stronger and more experienced. There is nothing more important than what you are thinking about, or what you are directing your attention towards, or focusing your energy on. For the most of the people who cannot control their thoughts, their emotions are taking control over them. If you gain control over your thoughts, you gain control over your emotions. Meaning you are being present, you are being in a now moment. You live life as it is to the fullest potential possible. Please remember, your thoughts equals your emotions, equals your destiny. Meaning your reality is simply a reflection of your thoughts. Government been having an agenda to lower our frequency level for decades, mostly through fear affecting us through news and other media channels, creating different enemies for us to be afraid of. Also intensively promoting the most harmful and toxic things that poison our body and soul, which are alcohol, tobacco, drugs, sugar, fast food, farm industry, meat, etc. I don't even want to go deeper into that. And in the past couple of decades, they've been introducing radiation fields from microwaves, electronic devices, phones and computers, Wi-Fi routers, and 5G, etc. So start raising your vibrations first by being aware of what you're intaking in your body. It is very important that your food is made with love, meaning cooked on a high vibrational state, or you can even bless your own food right before eating. Eat fresh, don't overeat, don't overcook, bless your water. And then surround yourself with positive things. Have a conversation with a high vibrational person. Go in nature, take a shower or dive in the water. It is the most high vibrational element existing on the planet that is purifying and cleansing your energy. Go to a temple, watch a funny movie, try to smile as much as you can during the day. Laugh. That's one of the best things you can do. Use aromatherapy with essential oils, use color therapy in your meditation, use crystals in your water and when you sleep. Usually when the vibration of an individual is getting higher, he is naturally start to show interest in self-maintenance, meaning You want to take a good care of your own self. You start treating yourself better, supporting your own self, doing physical activity, breathing exercises, meditating, trying to stay away from negativity. You simply start to love your own self. Only by truly loving and taking care of your own self, you can start to love and taking care of the world and people around you. Individuals start to show interest in spiritual topics, wondering the meaning of life, purpose of our existence, and being interested in science, art, nature, basically anything that can get us closer to the divine truth. And individuals start to notice how the universe is constantly talking to us through signs and peculiar coincidences that start to happen in your life. Some people call it magic, but it's called synchronicity, meaning you just getting in tuned with the source energy, living your true destiny, your true personality. The more you separate from your ego personality, the more you start to notice your inner voice, which is your intuition or wisdom. You become way more acceptant to other people, you become forgiving. Letting go becomes so easy for you. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, separation from their ego personality is going pretty painful and can cause major changes in their life, just as it happened with me. Changes in my circle of friends, my job, my values, and even my partner in life. This time called Dark Time of the Soul, and I can talk about it. Just leave me a comment if you're interested. The higher your vibrations get, the closer you get to an enlightened state, which I called a superhuman state, which is simply a next evolutionary step of human beings, and all of us will eventually get there. It's just a matter of time. If you want to take longer and keep doing same mistakes, being caught in a karmic circle, or you want to break free by simply gaining control over your thoughts and emotions. Reaching enlightenment is a goal of every single soul in this reality, which is the highest state that can be achieved in this life. Basically, enlightenment is a constant transmitting of God's light or source pure energy into this dimensional reality, where you share this life and love energy with others, getting closer to a universal goal of every single individual and all of us, which is raising our vibrations to a point where we can shift dimensions together with the earth and live a new civilization based on love, trust, support, and unity. There is no need to dedicate your life to become a spiritual worker, healer, monk, or psychic. If you freed yourself up to love and faith, you will automatically develop your senses, intuition, and wisdom. There's no mystery involved, it's pure science. As frequencies of Earth are raising, our frequencies are supposed to raise as well. And we are the only beings on this planet who can intentionally direct our focus to a positive state to help the planet and the humanity to go places where we want to find ourselves in. For that reason, back in time, it was extremely difficult to raise your vibrations to a point where you can reach enlightenment. But right now, it is available for anyone. It is actually happening on a massive scale. The goal of every single soul is to liberate itself from the matter and go back to the source. It was even mentioned in the Bible. Remain watchful, living in holiness and prayer, so we may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass. Directly talking about exiting the karmic circle to enter another state of being. I'll explain karma, reincarnation, and after-death experience in another video. Let me know if you are interested in the comment section. If you're skeptical about the information that I'm giving here, probably the best thing for you to do is to first let go of limited, stuck perception that was programmed into your mind by social standards, norms, the way you were raised, things that you think are right or wrong, good and bad. Unless you kick yourself out of the comfort zone and allow yourself to think more freely and openly, there is no way you can change. You just simply have to accept the fact that the soul is meant to develop and grow. We have to be fluid and constantly changing our perceptions, our thoughts, our mindset, our ideas. After you accepted the fact that in order to grow and develop, you have to constantly change, notice if you live a moral and virtuous life, meaning you do no harm to anybody and you treat others just the way you would like to be treated yourself. Don't judge people, don't compare yourself to anyone. Everybody came here to learn their own lessons. You came here with your own mission, and everybody going through their own path. Just focus on your personal thoughts and emotional state, elevating people around you by giving them good example. You can only grow and develop by seeing yourself in other people. There is no separation whatsoever existing. We are all working as one organism, and every single person in your life is a reflection of your own self. Try to open your mind and be acceptant to all the religions, as they all come from saints and prophets who are actually reached a high vibrational state of enlightenment, which provided them an access to a great wisdom, a holy and only truth. If you developed faith in prophets, don't hesitate to ask them for help and guidance. They are waiting for this. I would personally say that practicing service is the most powerful tool that you can use in order to raise your vibrations. One of them is to be in service to the universe, for example, through prayers to the humanity or to this planet, through meditations where you connect with the cosmos or other human beings, through exploration of the nature, through different channels like art or science, and by simply enjoying life, being grateful for every breath that you take. Being in service to the universe provides you with a lot of answers, with guides and navigates you to find your own purpose in life. Be in service to the world, have a contribution to the society, environment, and nature. This is what brings you value. That's what makes you useful. You can do it through volunteering, donating, sharing love and care with others. Just don't find yourself stepping out of your way to help other people. Remember, as I said, your emotional state, your high frequency level is what helps shift and elevate the world. Most importantly, stay in service to your own self. Take care of your own body and mind. Stay physically active. Stay healthy by consuming only healthy foods, avoiding intoxicants, and drinking plenty of water. Keep track of your thoughts that dictate your emotional state by using meditation. Introduce intermittent fasting or fasting once a week in order to control your gluttonousness. Do physical activities, yoga, meditation, breathing daily in order to control your laziness. Try to go to sleep before midnight and have at least 5 hours of sleep every night. I know it might sound difficult for a lot of us, but only at that time of the night our brain activity is at a certain frequency level which allows us to have the best quality sleep, resting our body and mind. Use nighttime to restore your physical body, yet use your dreams to better understand your subconscious mind. Try to meditate at least 10 minutes when you wake up and 10 minutes before you go to sleep. Watch my video on meditation. Once again, don't let anything or anyone affect your mood. Your emotional state is everything. It is not only manifesting your reality, but it affects people around you. Develop strong faith and belief in a divine will. Anything that you consider to be bad is simply something you were not capable to learn. It is simply an experience that you rejected to be learned. Anything that is happening in your life is for better. It is for good. It is challenging, but it is how you grow. Challenges that you learned and grew from is what make up your personality. Have a basic knowledge on chakra development system, as it is the main and the most basic system that applies to every part of our life. Through knowing of chakra development system, you not only raising vibrations generally, but you can work specifically on different aspects of your personality. Stop accumulating new karma by non-reacting. Forgive and let go of emotions and memories that no longer serves you. Stop being in the past or being in the future. Try to live in the moment. Don't waste your energy for something that is already gone. Meditation will help you a lot with that. Karma literally means actions, so whatever you spend your energy for today will attract corresponding events in your life. We often take things for granted and always seeking for more or something we don't have without appreciating of whatever we already have, which will eventually lead to loss of what you already have. Be grateful. And don't take life so seriously. It is a playground. If you are learning your lessons along the way without accumulating new karma, there is nothing to be afraid of. Enjoy life and be fruitful, as Bible says. Face your fears and insecurities. This is the biggest block you have in your life. Always remember that you are under strong protection of your guides and angels. They rule your life if you just let them do that. Trust life and universe so much to be able to die at any moment. Let go of anything you have or even loved ones. Don't hold to materialistic things in your life. This is not who you are. You are your thoughts and emotions, and you can accumulate abundance in your life through experiencing love to yourself and others. Don't focus on final result. Be in the moment, be in the process. Enjoy, embrace it. Be happy along the way. Let go of control in your life. Don't fight for things, don't force things. The only thing you can gain control over is your thoughts and emotions. It was a lot of information, but I really hope it was useful, and I'm so happy to answer any of your questions in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Press the bell button to get notified when new videos are coming up. Thank you so much for watching.